the week than we normally do this, but Carl's headed out to Iowa to join Juan, and so we thought we'd do a live update today.
And Dave.
And
so
Dave,
it's going to be
yep.
Juan, Dave, and I. Three amigos are going to be out doing the runaround.
Could be trouble.
We had to dress up today, so forgive that. And forgive the voice. The voice is a little rough.
Yeah.
I've been sick. Mm-hmm. It hit me kind of hard. It hit me like on the 14th. I think it was a culmination of all the travel because it's been so busy. But hit me pretty hard. I was down for about 5 days. The day before yesterday, felt about 80%. Yesterday about 90%. Today, I'm coming back. I'm still tired.
Yeah.
I can't lie to you. I'm still tired, but. Man, so much better than where I was. So some of you have been praying for us, and I'm praying for me specifically, and I seriously appreciate that.
And
Thanks.
definitely keep praying for him because tomorrow he hits the road again out, like we said, to Iowa, and he's going to be running out there. So
and speaking of Iowa, man, this is exciting because Faith Baptist Bible College and Ankeny, they've had us out a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Mark Davis, he's kind of a crazy guy anyway, but he's got us coming out, and we're doing this. It's a creation conference, but kind of what it is they're opening it up for high school seniors and juniors and hey, come on in, check out the college, see if this is where you know you might want to go. And I think they get to sit in on classes. You know, you get the college experience, so check it out. And then in the evenings we have conferences, we're doing chapels and the whole thing. Juan's out there now. He's already done like some radio interviews, a couple of classrooms.
He was in a physics class today. Yeah.
That's so cool. We are so blessed. So Faith Baptist Bible College, Ankeny, Iowa. Check them out. They're growing like crazy.
Yeah.
Since the last time I was there, man, I'm excited to go back to because I've got dear friends like Dave. Dave's really connected with them. He graduated from there, and they're growing like crazy, doing all kind of cool stuff. It's exciting to see a Christian college. It's not just like maintaining or dying. They're growing, and that's cool.
Yeah. So. You guys head out there, and then
we're there for what? All the way up through Sunday, right?
Through Sunday, come back Monday, and then. But you're actually going to go back there in June, Carl.
Yes.
Because you and Juan are going to teach some courses out there. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Man, I got to tell you right now, this is such an exciting thing. I told you Mark is kind of crazy. He is. He's been trying for a number of years now to get this approved, and he finally got it approved. So Juan and I are going to do a 1 week. It's a 1 week module. It's fully accredited, and we're teaching critical thinking and application. And so Juan gets to do the philosophical, theological, Ravi Zacharias, and then I'm coming in with the application. I'm kind of excited because when I land tomorrow, we're going to drive by. There's a museum that's about 10 minutes from the college, and I want to go in and see it because I'm thinking that can be one of our components where we get to take the students down to that. How would we apply all these things that we're teaching in this class and put some feet to it? But it's a critical thinking course, and it's legit. You get credit for it.
Right.
It's a 1 week intensive class. Check it out. Faith, what are they? What's their website, you know?
I don't know, but it's Faith Baptist Bible College.
Yeah, if you just
Ankeny,
do a Google search, Faith Baptist Bible College, Ankeny, it'll come up. Faith.edu, but I don't want. I could be wrong on that, so I don't want to say that to you. I didn't say that. So.
And then, just speaking of school and everything, coming up in June, you and Dave again are going to be at the Heave Conference in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, yes.
And the exciting thing about that is actually we're going to bring the Debunked bus.
Yes.
And the Debunked bus is going to be in the exhibit hall, which we're super excited about.
We just got that approved.
Yes.
Dave's been trying to get that to happen. Finally got it.
Yeah. So you'll be speaking, doing the entire youth track for that event. And then, like we said, we'll have the Debunked bus there.
See, that's kind of cool. They turned the whole the youth track over to us, to Reasons for Hope. So how many? Like 6 times?
It's a lot of speaking.
It's a lot of speaking, a lot of opportunities. But Heave is. They need a new name. Heave is just not a. I know, it's not the real name and they don't like you to call it that, but it's HEAV, Home Educator Association of Virginia, Heave. And it's like, no, that's just, I shouldn't do that. They're going to throw me out now. They're going to throw me out. The Home Educators of Virginia. I'm truly excited to be back with them because it's been a number of years. I think it's probably about 6-7 years. But they do a good job. I mean, boy, they have it rocking. I mean, Kirk Cameron, our buddy Kirk Cameron's going to be there, so I'm hoping that I can get Kirk to come over. I shouldn't say this. Well, I'm going to hit him up. I'm going to try and see if I can get him over, come over and make just a little cameo to the kids, just encourage the kids, but also to come over to the bus.
Yeah.
He's been a huge supporter of our debunked videos, huge encourager. I'll never forget, I sat down with him, oh gosh, within 6 months of Reasons for Hope starting, and sat down with him, and he supported us. I mean, it was very humbling for him to support us, and he did. And I was like, thank you for that. And I mean financially. And I mean, I was like, wow, this is crazy. And but then he had me in his house, and we were talking, and he's the one that gave me the tagline of making parents the heroes to their children.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer in that. That's because that's my goal. That's our heart, is that that's why we create the debunk videos, the fast fact videos. Parents, you can take these things and you show them, and then you learn these additional nuggets so that when you're talking, it's like, this little video here is nothing more than a catalyst to get, the hook to get them to think, and then bang, you come in and you become the hero to your child. That came from Kirk.
Yeah.
Just sitting down and we were talking over at his house, like over a snack or something like that.
Yeah.
We were just talking. So I'm excited to see him and hopefully let him come over and
see the
get
bus.
A shot at the bus, yeah.
And speaking of debunked.
Oh, hold up. Before that, in
Sorry.
Virginia, June 9th, right? Sunday?
Yes, June 9th. Yep.
That Sunday, hey, Richmond, Virginia, you know anybody that's got a church, I'm going to be in town. I've got that Sunday morning open. I want to speak.
Yeah.
I hate sitting in hotels or just doing nothing, but I can't fly out of there until Sunday anyway. So Sunday morning, June 9th, Richmond, Virginia area, if it's an hour circle around there, I'll come speak.
And we're going to have the debunked bus there.
Yeah, we'll have the debunked bus.
So maybe your church would
cool.
want to have the debunked bus come to your church. So that's a possibility also.
And it's a possibility that we could do Sunday night as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have to fly out until Monday. If I don't get anything Sunday, I'll probably fly out because I'm going down to Myrtle Beach. And so that means if I can't get anything Sunday morning, Sunday night, Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Do you know a church that we won't have the debunk bus there?
Right.
But I'll be in town and I can do something Sunday night. So it's Sunday morning, June 9th, Richmond, Virginia. Sunday night, Myrtle Beach, one or the other. And if it's morning, I could do evening as well in Richmond. So put the feelers out, man. We're here to serve.
If you know someone, yeah, for sure. So going back to Debunked, we just came out over Easter. You might have seen it, our brand new Debunked on There's No Evidence for the Resurrection. Yeah. And a couple of people, they're like, wait, there is evidence for the resurrection, and they don't get the debunked part. And so, yes, we're saying, yes, there is. That's part of what debunked is and what it does. We're saying there is evidence for the resurrection. So if you were one of those people like, what are you guys doing? There's no evidence for the resurrection. No, yes, it's debunking that. So go check it out.
Yeah, the debunks are many times are statements. There's no evidence for a resurrection. Really? We're going to debunk it.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think sometimes folks miss that because we're taking statements that are being told to us and showing that those statements don't add up.
The same as like, why would a loving God allow pain and suffering?
Right.
Debunked.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. And to me, but you know what that's actually a picture of? It's a problem in that too many of us just read headlines.
Yeah. For sure.
We just read a headline and then we don't go deeper. And to me, that's just an illustration of the fact that, guys, don't just be superficial.
Yeah.
I mean, God tells us to get in, to dig, to study. I mean, that's one of the attacks against Christianity is that we are kind of superficial in our faith too many times. So don't do that. If you read a headline, go read and then go read the source that they cite just to make sure.
Just an example of that, too, you posted an article recently about new human remains found in the Philippines.
Yes.
And if you actually go read the article, there's so many may-haves or could-haves or it might be that, I mean, that literally makes up most of the article.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely make sure you read the fine print.
Yes.
Or at least read the article.
Yeah, and then the sources they cite.
Right.
I mean, if you can get them.
Yeah.
Because it changes everything. And the other thing that I told some folks on that human finds in the Philippines, I said, mark this date on the calendar. Mm-hmm. Give yourself a reminder 11 months from now. Mm-hmm. Put it on your calendar. Make it automated. So 11 months from now, you get this ding, ding, ding on your computer type thing, and then go do the research and see where it stands in 11 months. Just give it 11 months. See what happens. Test me on this one. See if I'm wrong.
Yeah. So 11 months from now, come back and tell us what you found.
I've got it on my computer. So.
Very cool. Anything else?
Man, we've been busier than all get out. Mm-hmm. We thank you for the prayers.
Yeah.
Next month, Debunked is if God created everything, then who created God? Mm-hmm. So I'd ask you to pray for that. Pray for the Debunked bus tour, because that kicks off pretty quick. Leaving out of Jacksonville, Florida, headed up, on the East Coast there. Pray for that. Mm-hmm. How about our numbers? Remember those numbers just from Facebook?
Yeah, just from, you're talking about for the Debunked videos?
For Debunked videos and just for people coming to the page itself.
Oh, just the page itself. Yeah, I think over the last week we've had 50 million views.
It's 5 million people is what Wade told me.
Okay, 5 million.
5 million people coming to the webpage because of an image that was posted in 2016.
Yeah.
That blew up. Mm-hmm. But, hey, that brings them to the page, and then they can see the Debunked, and they can see those other things. So we're taking it as a thank you, Jesus, for some picture that we didn't even think anything about that Wade just put up there back in 2016.
Yeah.
So the numbers have blown up. Our Facebook numbers are up. Our YouTube numbers are up. We're blessed.
You never know how God's going to use a certain post or a certain 3 years later.
Nope. So... Pray for Candace. Their car was out on the street Easter evening, and they got swiped by another car, hit and run. So they're having to get that. That's not getting fixed today, so pray for that. So to end this episode.
Mm-hmm. Don't ask me for wisdom, I guess.
What is something that you have learned this week? And then I'll give something.
Okay. I think, what I've learned is...
Never trust me.
I shouldn't say I've learned. I have just been reminded of just God's faithfulness. He's just so faithful in those times where you're going through trials and things are hard, and he's just really faithful. And so, yeah. And honestly, I don't know sometimes what people would do without the Lord and without knowing him when those hard times do hit, because I have such hope. So
yours is a whole lot more spiritual than mine. Now I feel bad, so I don't think I want to give you
No, tell me I want to hear.
My wisdom is that I'm a knucklehead, man. I truly am. Apart from God, it's like there's certain things that happen in your life where you're just like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus, because if I didn't have you and I reverted to the old ways, I'm seriously a knothead.
Yeah. Apart
from Christ. So I just reminded on certain things that happened, even during, even when you're sick and you're not feeling right, it's like, it's so easy to fall back into that complainer mode that,
for sure.
Spoiled.
Yeah.
I am a spoiled individual. I'm so blessed, got so much. And I take it for granted.
Yeah.
So I'm learning. Learning, though, but hers was a whole lot more spiritual than mine. So, oh well.
All right. Thanks so much for listening, guys.